Welcome back, folks. Today on the show, we have Rosalina Rodriguez here. She is a caseworker for the Women Together Foundation. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
So tell me a little bit about the foundation itself and what you all do.
The foundation itself provides a shelter for victims of domestic violence or survivors of sexual assault. We provide the shelter for Hidalgo County residents and anybody coming in.
Wow, that's amazing. And do you have, how many people do you take in, or women do you take in?
The shelter itself, I think, houses about 45 people.
Wow.
And a mom with children. Men are sheltered at different location.
Okay.
And families come and go within 3 to, even a few hours to up to 7-10 days. Depending on the situation, it can also be extended.
Wow, and I know that's such a difficult situation to be in, and it's very hard to kind of find the help you need and then actually going forward with it. So how often do you all get called? And I imagine getting called at all hours of the night as well.
All hours. We have a 24-hour hotline number, and we get called at all hours of the day and night. And the shelter becomes available as needed throughout the day, throughout the night.
Wow. And is it do you accept it in an emergency situation if somebody to call at maybe 3:30 in the Wow.
Yes.
And so they can call and then come right in?
They can call the 1-800 number, or they can call the 630-4878 as well, and that transfers to the hotline number. That's for anyone looking for shelter at any hour of the day or any hour of the night.
Wow. And I know you mentioned that kids as well are welcome to come with any family member.
Yes, they're welcome to come with mom.
Wow. Now tell me a little bit about this transitional housing. Now, I know it's a very unique situation as well, so tell me a little more about it.
The transitional housing program is not necessarily the second part of shelter. Shelter will refer clients, and so will our sister shelters in Harlingen or Bronzeville, refer clients to the program. The transitional housing program is for someone that is safe and are out of danger, domestic violence survivor or sexual assault survivor. This program specifically is only for mom and the children. We do not house it for men.
Okay. Now, before we go in more into detail with that, now, so if somebody were calling on an emergency situation overnight, how long are they able to stay in the shelter if it's very urgent?
Yeah. If it is very urgent, within the moment they call, we try to clear them within minutes. I'm going to say it will not take more than 5 minutes to clear a client to shelter. When they go into shelter, the shelter advocates will work with them as far as safety, because that is the priority, and they work with them. And a lot of safety has to do with the legal. So the legal advocates go there and they work with the families, and then the counselors, if they need to, also go in there and work with the families. The extensions are considered according to the safety needs of the family. That's what happens at the shelter.
Okay.
At the transitional housing, we don't have that. A lot of the families are finalizing legal situations, and they are being referred to the walk-in center for the legal advocate service.
Okay, wow. So then in that meantime, maybe in I guess the gray area where they're trying to get safe. Now, is it, when we're speaking on safe, is it women who have children with them, or is it a single as well, Single
and with children.
Wow, okay. And so what does it take for them to get safe?
As far as for them to save, it's a challenged area, because safety for the client has to do with the perpetrator. Unfortunately, the perpetrator is making the wrong choices.
Right.
So in order for us to provide that safety for the client is being walked through counseling, through legal programs, reviewing some of the laws that are available for their protection, and going through with them with the hope that the perpetrator is going to stop and make a different choice.
Right. Now, back to the transitional housing. Now, this is once they are safe, and it's mother and children. Now, how does that work? Do they have to register? Is there payments, or how does that work?
It's a 4-step process, and we do have rent rates. We have 2 bedrooms for $165 a month.
Wow.
They're already furnished, beds, sofas, amazing. Dining room tables. We have 3 bedrooms for $190 a month. It's only for 18 months. They do pay their own light, and the agency pays the water.
Wow.
And for them to get referred, they do not have to be shelter clients. They can just walk into any of our walk-in centers, and if they feel that they are safe, that they are out of danger, that they have employment and they have goals. They have identified goals, and most of the goals are going to be related to becoming independent and self-sufficient. So anything can fall under that. The advocates and that opens their file will be the one to make the referral. And once I get the referral, we do a pre-screen assessment. It takes about 30 minutes. And after that, we do a recommendation. I do a recommendation to the panel for the program, and the panel will interview the mother, and then interviews the children if she has her children. If she comes alone, it's only her. And then after that, 2-3 days later, they'll let me know on their decision. The panel is composed of managers of the agency, so they'll, at their own time, they'll let me know the decision. It does not take more than a month to know if they can or cannot come into the program, and we'll let the family know right away.
That's amazing. And I know you try to help them become independent. Now I know you offer GED and ESL classes as well. Are those free?
Those are free, and those are for the tenants at these transitional housing, as well as for clients that are walking in.
Wow. So anybody that walks in that says, okay, that's amazing. Now, who can they call to get more information about any of it?
They can call our main office, 630-4878. Any of our advocates staff working at the office can give them the information for the GED, the ESL, for the transitional housing, and if they are needing immediate safety, also for the shelter.
Most definitely. So if there's always somebody out there to help, and you are all there, waiting for that call. So, what would you tell anybody that if they're afraid or they're watching this right now and they need that help?
If they're afraid and they're watching this right now, if they can get a chance to make a phone call to the 630-4878 or the 1-800-580-4878, make the phone call. At least get the information over the phone. And if you're able to get into our walk-in center, that's great. But through the phone call, we are able to clear them for shelter. And the advocate is experienced, and she will be able, or he will be able, to provide a safety plan on the phone just to get them into safety right away.
Perfect.
They'll guide them, and then from there, we'll take it from there.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. You're doing amazing work and helping a lot of women and children out there. Thank you. All right, folks. Well, thank you so much for tuning in this week. We hope you'll join us for Inside the Valley next weekend.